What an exciting day at work. Oh, I finally get to sit back and relax. Let me just sit back and look at all the mail that has come in today. Bill, more asking for funds, bill, light bill. Oh, here's one that piques my interest. The Humane Society. Oh, dogs. I wonder what happened to all those animals that are that are lost in the shuffle. This Houston Humane Society letter, they'll actually give me a chance to participate. I've been often wondering what happened to those animals as they struggle and find ways to find means on the street. Now maybe I can make a difference. This is an opportunity for me to make a difference. So as I look at this letter, I look at this as an opportunity. A letter piqued my interest. A letter from an unknown partner. A letter from an unknown partner. Please join me as I go with this presentation for a campaign ad for the Houston Humane Society. A letter from an unknown partner. While reading the mail, going through my mail, I came across this letter which piqued my interest in trying to come up with what to do with all these dogs that we see wandering around our neighborhoods, in danger not only of themselves but also for the people around. So it piqued my interest. How can I make a difference? Well, whenever you have an interest, you always want to take an avenue and try to provide a solution. So this is what I did. Here's my friend Tony as a puppy, a new dog that we've been keeping records on, and we wanted to know his progress. That's him as a puppy. Tony is my friend, and he is soliciting your help also. Say hi to Tony, everybody. Tony is a baby pup at this time. He's new to the world. He's being introduced to the world. Then Tony becomes an adult. He becomes old. He comes at the stage where people question his needs until they see that he is no more use. So now you have Tony as a grown dog. Tony is pretty fluffy, well bred, and ready to take action. He's well loved. The owner can do whatever he wants. We can make him a pet dog or a fighter dog. Many people who have these kinds of dogs do breed them for fighting, which is what we're trying to prevent against. So what happened to Tony as he progressed? This is statistics around the United States on dog ownerships. As you see the numbers here, 83 million the number of owned dogs in the United States. 47% of the households own at least one dog. 70% of pet owners own one dog. As we move down to the bottom, here at the bottom statistics, it's $231 average annual amount spent by dog owners on routine veterinarian visits. So as you can see, the statistics and the dollar amount, all these things add up. Now, people go through transitions in lives. Things change. Sometimes they can no longer afford these animals. So therefore, the unfortunate happen. So sometimes they have to release them out or get rid of them, and they don't know how to do this. This is where your help and my help comes in. What may happen to Tony, the dog, the beautiful puppy that we show in the beginning of the slides, the dog who grew up to be a usable dog? What happened to Tony if the owner refused to remain accountable? Well, unfortunately, Tony usually would end up in a situation like this. A dog that's abandoned on the streets, no one to care for him. So the goal of this lesson and this objective of this campaign is to prevent this from happening. How can we become involved in helping these dogs? These dogs didn't ask to come in the world by themselves. Problems and concerns that correlate with the abandonment of dogs. Why is this a problem? Here in the city of Houston, we have thousands of dogs running around in our streets. These dogs are under threat, and they also cause safety concerns. So the problem is the safety concerns. These dogs will attack people, as you see happen to the young man right here on the picture. And then no matter what we're doing, the dog population seems to still escalate and grow. And this is what you see at the bottom of the screen here, where these dogs are running around and loose. You got two problems. You got two concerns: safety concerns, and you have the outgrowth of population. So then this is what we propose. Options to take to prevent this. First, we educate the general public, have our dogs spayed and neutered. Secondly, we would dismiss the idea of dumping your dog on the side of the road when they're no longer viewed as relevant. Remember, we walked through the stages of Tony's life. Tony was first a pup, he became grown, and then the scenario says once they become grown, they have no use, they have no value, the owner sometimes will release them out into the streets. If for any reason you feel that you can no longer take care of your dog, take them to an animal shelter. How can you take an active role? How can we take an active role? Let me restate that to help solve this dilemma. We can partner with the Houston Humane Society. Please partner with me in this endeavor as we try to solve the problem locally here in Houston, Texas, and on a national level. Facts and statistics again about per shelters. What do we know about shelters? No national statistics database per issued on this data. Advocacy groups estimate various figures for pet shelter statistics. So what we're saying is that the records are not accurate. Each year, about 3.7 million animals are euthanized. That means they can't take care of them, they have to lay them down, or maybe they've got rabies and all that kind of thing. 5 in 10 dogs and 7 in 10 cats in shelters are euthanized simply because there is no one to adopt them. What a sad situation. This is why we want you to take an active role in this, lead it. You can make a difference at the local level. How can you do this? American animal shelters couldn't survive without your help. That's why it's important that we come to you and ask for this help. You can do this by donating to your local animal shelter, join our campaign on our Facebook page, or adopt a pet. Every day, thousands of pets find themselves without a home. Shelters provide an important service, but it's only a temporary stop. There is an end game in all this, but unfortunately, the end game, there's a price to pay to get there. The end game is to find these dogs loving families who will care for them, and the dogs love them in return. Would you help us in this endeavor? We sincerely ask you to be a part of this endeavor. Put yourself in the shoes of making a difference in our community. This we ask sincerely. Thank you.